Christian, welcome
Really,
to the Hour Markers.
I'm afraid that my face will become red.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Lots to congratulate you on. First of all, beautiful watch on your wrist.
Thank you so much.
It's the first time we're looking at the 222 in steel. 270 years at Vacheron Constantin. Let's talk about it. If you had to break down the 270 years in different generations and different genres of the watches, how would you do it?
Yes, so I would do it in 12 hours, but I think we don't have 12 hours to do it. So obviously, like you're mentioning, so 2025 is a very important year for Vacheron Constantin since we are celebrating 270 years of non-stop watchmaking activity. So for us, we decided to celebrate this anniversary all along the year. So that's why, to come back to your point concerning the 222, so we decided to make a kind of kickoff in the year with the 222 in steel, so a timepiece which was very much, I would say, expected.
Yes.
And then now we are at the second stop of this anniversary, which is April and Watches and Wonders.
Mm-hmm.
So at Watches and Wonders, so we have a brand new booth, which is under the umbrella of the Quest. So what is the Quest? So I think the Quest is, it's talking about this anniversary in the sense that it's gathering the quest of Vacheron Constantin for excellency in watchmaking art, from simple to grand complications.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's talking about our quest for beautiful hand finishing, métier d'art, decorative crafts, and also the passion which is driving our designers, watchmakers, specialists, etc.
Right.
So all this form the quest of Vacheron Constantin. And so for Watches and Wonders, so we decided to pay tribute to the, let's say, classic watchmaking style of Vacheron Constantin through 12 novelties which are into two product lines, which are traditional and patrimony.
Right.
So we can discuss about these watches if you want. However, we also have other things that we are showcasing at Watches and Wonders. So the other, I would say, the other part of our novelties lies in Les Cabinotiers.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know, so Les Cabinotiers is our department for unique pieces.
Right.
I would say 4 watches which are part of the Les Cabinotiers. We will start Les Cabinotiers with 3 unique pieces, which are in fact a reproduction of the Tour de Lille,
mm-hmm.
which is at the center of Geneva, and which is one of our historical birthplaces. So engraving with the first one, which is fully hand engraved. The second one being a very interesting mix between guillotine, figurative guillotine, and miniature painted enamel. And the last one, which is again more traditional, which is 100% miniature painted enamel.
Mm-hmm.
So these are unique pieces that are in rose gold, on let's say officer case back.
Mm-hmm.
And when you open the case back, you have the motto of Geneva, which is a post tenebras lux.
Mm-hmm.
So after the darkness, the light.
Right.
But, and I'm sure you want me to go to that direction, we have another timepiece from Les Cabinotiers.
Yes.
And this is a very, very unique timepiece. This is a Solaria.
Solarium. Yeah.
So Solaria is another timepiece from Les Cabinotiers. So this is not a commission piece.
Mm-hmm.
This is a unique piece that we have created, and which will be delivered to one single client across the world. This is a timepiece that we started to think about 8 years ago. And the idea behind Solaria is our master watchmaker who has been in charge of the project. He wanted to create a watch which would include as many complications as possible. And so we discussed with him and say, okay, but however, we would like the watch to be still wearable and readable. So it looks like it's not that a big constraint, however it was. Because at the end, when the moment has been finished, so we have a movement which is 36 millimeters of diameter and 10.96 millimeters total thickness. However, inside this tiny space, we have 1,521 components,
yeah.
Which is huge, right? First of all, I think it's a feat of miniaturization. So it's an exceptional timepiece considering its capacity. And this explains also why we have 13 patents. Mm-hmm. And these patents are, as in reality, innovative systems to showcase complications. And these patents are here because our watchmakers had to rethink the way to drive complications or even include new complications because the space inside was so narrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to go too deep into Solaria, I think this is really, for me, it's embodying, I would say, let's say the know-how of Vacheron Constantin in the field of technical watchmaking. Not only covering, let's say, stopwatches, it's a split-second chronograph. We have astronomical functions. This is also a chiming watch, Westminster minute repeater.
Yeah.
And of course, we have astronomical functions. We have a perpetual calendar, etc. So I think at the end of the day, also, I'd like to speak a little bit about the design of the timepiece.
Mm-hmm.
So the result that we have a timepiece which is 45 millimeter of diameter, which helps us a lot for the readability. It's pretty readable.
Mm-hmm.
The dial is very well organized into different sectors.
Right.
And on top of that, I think, it's a very modern timepiece. The design is very strict. The case design is very simple because we wanted to create, ultra grand complications that would be very contemporary. Mm. So it's not like a museum piece, which could be, with engraving or guillotine or jump setting, etc. No, it's very, I would say it's, again, straight kind of design.
Right.
And I think potentially for us, this timepiece will become a kind of landmark in the way we are expressing our watchmaking art in the 21st century.
The Solaria is very exciting, I have to admit, and I was expecting a very high complicated watch from Vacheron, given the fact that you are celebrating 270 years.
In other words, you're happy.
I am happy.
Okay,
I'm always happy at Vacheron. But I also did find it very interesting with the new traditional and the patrimony models that came in. Honestly, when I did see the pictures, Christian, I was a bit like, okay, but when you look at the watch, the minute detailing that has been added on the dial adds so much character to the 270 years.
Thank you. So it's true that we wanted to celebrate this anniversary through our Classic 9, like I said at the beginning. And we wanted also to address the community of Vacheron Constantin clients and lovers. So that's why we have watches within traditional collection and patrimony collections, which are covering, watches from simple up to grand complications. And you are right. I think that once you see the watches in real, so especially depending on how the light is catching the surface of the dial, I think it's a very beautiful pattern.
Beautiful. I love the new moon phase for the ladies.
Yes.
Not generally a diamond person myself, but that one particular watch has grabbed all the attention.
I think, speaking about the timepieces for ladies as well, I think also they are very especially delicate. I think the pattern that we have on the mother of pearl is absolutely gorgeous and delicate and feminine. So yes, I think all this collection is a great success. Yeah.
One watch, if you had to pick from 270 years of the heritage of Vacheron Constantin, which one would it be?
So you're talking to me about watches possibly from the past, right?
Yes.
Yes. I have one watch which is particularly extremely dear for me. So this is a minute repeater from 1943. Mm-hmm. Actually, we made around 40 of them between 1953 and 1961. Mm-hmm. The reference is 4261. So it's a dream of a watch, in the sense that this is a minute repeater from the 40s, which movement is only 3.2 millimeter thick. So you can imagine. So without any computer, so it's beautiful. Made by hand, ultra thin caliber, which is housed in a 36 millimeter case with beautiful teardrop locks and a very simple dial. Mm. So I promise you, if I was wearing that timepiece here today, you would never think that this watch was created some 80 years ago.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure, Christian.
Same for me, dear.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
and
a lot.
We'll see you next year.
With great pleasure. Okay.